Matt, good to see you. Today, we are sharing 3 tips to have a conversation about money and financial values with your kids. Teaching kids about money and financial values isn't just about preparing them for financial success, it's about teaching them responsible decision making, boosting their confidence, and reducing their vulnerability to scams and manipulation. And for the most part, Matt, they're not teaching this in school.
You were correct, Aaron. When I grew up, we had no classes like this. So it wasn't until you get into the real world after college or even in college where you realize, oh, I got to pay bills and I got to balance a checkbook, right? I mean, my whole life, no one taught me how to balance a checkbook. I had to do that on my own. And I'm not complaining, but I am saying that that's something we need to be proactive. That's real life that we need to be teaching our kids on day one.
Right. Start at home for sure. So the first tip is tailor your approach to their age and understanding.
Yes, when my son was about, let's say, 6 years old, between six and let's say nine, we used the jar system.
Mm,
We had a jar that was spending money. So every dollar he made, and I'll just use rough percentages. Let's say we put 25% in the spend jar, and this is what he can blow money on whenever, whatever he wants, right? But 25% we would save. And then let's say at least 10% we would share. But for us, the largest jar, we had a fourth jar, and that was invest. And I talked to him
mm.
about investments and getting compound interest on your money. So we made sure that the lion's share of our earnings or his earnings went to the invest jar.
Interesting. All right. Tip number 2, use everyday opportunities to teach, like grocery shopping.
Well, I laugh because my son remembers a good story. He often tells me when I'm going shopping, Dad, don't go hungry, because I did go hungry a few times and I come back with a lot of food. And so we led by example there, Aaron, in showing
Yeah.
kids what not to do. And that's the only reason I did that. But of course, we do take in shopping and we show him the value in looking at the cost per ounce, and then of course looking at generic versus brand and having that conversation. But it's something we want to do on a regular basis.
hmm And then you beat me to it. Tip number 3 is lead by example.
Yeah, so as adults, we want to have, theoretically those same jars in our personal life. We want to have our 6 month savings. We want to be saving on a regular basis. We want to have some money that we spend, and we need to enjoy our life, but not. We want to do it by percentages and not just willy nilly. And we want the lion's share of our money going into that investment account. We want it growing, but at the same time, we want to be givers. We want to be giving and helping in our community.
Right. Right. Well, Matt, this was a lot of fun. If somebody would like to talk to you to kind of get the conversation rolling with their kids or even their adult parents, who knows? What's the best way to reach you?
The best way is by phone at 425-256-3105.
All right. Perfect. Matt, again, thanks so much for your time today. And I love looking at that picture of your son behind you, too.
Thank you, Aaron. Have a great day.
You too.